Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to the career series. Finally got enough to get cargo transport hook, which basically required me to get 10 search and rescue missions. I think it was actually just 10 missions in a helicopter with B or above. So I finally did that. Alright, so before we jump into the mission types here, what we've got again, cargo transport hook. Move precious loads across the skies. Lift a variety of goods from loading points and deliver them to hard-to-reach destinations. Hone your piloting skills to ensure precise and safe deliveries, overcoming the challenges of air transport with bravery and expertise. So that is what I'm trying to do. Again, to use a Chinook, I'd need a different type of license, which I am able to get and may do as well shortly. But on construction, again, I need a license, but I can't then, I can't get a certain type of aircraft because there's a rotorcraft license type that you can't get. But basically, for sure, I'll likely be doing the hoist at some point just to get that going. But the benefit then is I have a map full of things I can do of all types of things, so that when I want to come back to the career series, I'm as open as possible. So you can see the power lifted rating I can't get for commercial pilot, but I can get the airline transport pilot license. But once again, I don't have anything I can do with it right now, so that one I'm not in a hurry to do. I'll do that in a later episode. Alright, so my mission for cargo transport hook. We're going to do construction shipment for Bruce oil rig team. We're doing it with an H-125 again. So Bruce oil platform needs to replace some of its pipeline connections, pick up the new ones from the nearby tanker, and deliver them to the team on the helideck of the rig. So this shouldn't require any landing. This is all just kind of hovering and flying. So we're going to see if I can do well with this. The helicopter missions are certainly a struggle for me. Pretty cool, just hauling stuff around. So we're on a location, out in the ocean, obviously. Alright, so there we are. You can see us up on the right. So I'm thinking this is where I need to deliver it back to. So I'm going to fly out. You love that Alaskan landscape behind.
It's time to pick up the massive load at the oil rig located near the tanker. They have a new heavy power unit on board we need to pick up.
Alright, easy enough. Take off from the helipad. We can do that. So I know I can get one step done. Why? Oh, because I have a...
N29674, leaving Bruce helideck with 2 packs.
Alright.
Approaching the
And it's not that far, so we're going to fly it where I've been skipping to mission specific normally, but...
Wind speed 12 knots. 2 souls on board. Negative on refueling.
Alright. So... we'll see how this works. But hopefully, this won't be that complicated. I'd love to say I've gotten better at it, because I think when I did the hook endorsement was before I had my helicopter controls set in any way. So I certainly wasn't able to do stuff with the collective that I can now. Not that I'm, like, doing magical things with the collective, but, it's working. So I'm assuming we need to get to the ship here, but... so let me start to slow down, because otherwise we're going to have a problem. So again, we're going to start to float down. But obviously I'm a lot more comfortable with, what I'm
wanted to pursue this career.
what
Haven't
I'm
you?
doing. Oh,
It
yes.
feels like we're living our childhood dream every day.
Oh, so fun. Alright. Alright, do I really have to pass the pickup approach? I guess so. Because I want the instructions, so let me... Where's this thing? Is it way up in the sky somewhere? Alright. So now we want to request clearance.
Docker 2 in 29674 requesting pickup clearance.
Green deck, everything clear now.
Okay. Alright, so that is where we want to go. So let's try to, again, establish some sort of a hover here, and the challenge is going to be kind of being able to tell what I'm doing is going to be the difficulty. So we're going to hover over the pickup area, and this now is where it's like, oi, oi, oi. Alright, so we're doing that, I think. Although, well, maybe
Lots
not.
of new faces down there. Hopefully they are prepared. If not, we could be in trouble.
Could we? Especially if we fall in the water. What the hell is happening here? Hello? Can you go up, please? Jeez. Man, I have the collective up a lot. Like, this should not be doing what it's doing. Wow. That was crazy. I don't know if I'm high enough. Okay, I appear to be. So, let's see if I can... Alright, so I'm sinking a bit. Oh, my God. Alright, I'm rising again a little bit. We're gonna go forward on the cyclic a tiny bit. There it goes, into the water again. Yes, that is in the water. Will you go up? My God. Alright. So let's see. And this is the challenge now. Oh my God. This is terrible. Okay, I'm at 200 feet now. Guess we'll turn around. That might be the easiest thing to do here. Not if I do that. Holy Christmas. Can I save myself? Oh my God. Nope. Alright, well, this is again the joy of joy. Alright. So, we're gonna go down a bit. Again, I'm rising way too much. My goodness, I just cannot control this in any way that makes sense. Alright, so we're 500 feet above. Stop, stop, just stop. Down a little bit. So now we're... See, but now we're falling like a rock. This is what I mean. I don't understand. I don't understand why I suddenly start losing altitude. Like, that should not be happening at the level that it's happening, which, again, may be a bit of a bug. Because this is what people said, like, when you're hovering over certain things, like, suddenly you get this insane lift. So see what happened? So it was like I'm over the area, now I'm dropping down a bit, but you can't, because, like, I can't be in, I don't think, right? Yeah, I can't really look down, so I have to kind of do what I was doing. Oh my god. Let's rotate around. See if we can, again, get ourselves somewhere. I mean, yeah, I'm freaking 850 feet in the air now. So now to come down is gonna take forever. And again, when I do like that to stay hovering, it just falls a lot. So then I'm not hovering. Alright, down to getting down to 600 feet. See, the problem is it's easier for me to tell if I'm level or not being behind the helicopter. That's the part of the challenge here, is like, I don't know what level looks like here. And we're rising again, so I'm gonna back off the collective a little bit. See, we were at 51, now we're suddenly at 66. So once again, it's just doing really goofy things. Okay, why am I moving at 40 kilometers? Alright, we're gonna... I don't know. So the problem is, like, I can't see where I'm at. So now we're falling. But like this, I can at least tell if I'm hovering somewhere. Alright. So I'm so far away from the ship. Yeah, it's easy to tell. But what I want to try to do is get to the point where I have a hover, and this might be about where I'm at, because I'm kind of bouncing around between, you know, 240 down, and now we're kind of going back up. I don't know. Let's see, now we're rising a bit. Yeah, so 50% basically. So I'm gonna lower the collective again a smidge here. Of course, now it goes up to 53 because it's in the detent, so I'm not really lowering anything. All right, let's try 48 is what it's telling me I'm at. Ay. Yeah, so it's a challenge, to say the least. You know, and again, we're kind of hovering. We're a little bit lower. You know, we are going down. So it's like if I can move forward a bit, it's just like maybe I'll get lucky if I get close enough. And So now we're at 200 feet. Now we want to go up a bit, because now we're suddenly plummeting to the water. So that again, wonderful stuff. Come on, get up. So, you know, again, in theory, the way I'm flying the helicopter, like, this should work. I should not be having this difficulty. You know, now I'm at 60% collected. Now I'm going back to 50. You know, and again, if I can hover at 50, like, that'll be good, but it'll probably now go flying when I go over the pickup area. No, now it's gonna... I don't want to be at 70. And again, I'm at 60%. Come on, guys. You can't get this in? Like, how do I know when I'm where I need to be?
Spot on hold position. Captain, your position is not good.
Yeah, I know. I got that part. I don't want to change my view because reaching for the mouse is gonna make this not work. It's like I can't tell where I'm at with this. Like I'm hovering kind of where I need to be hovering. So in theory I can change my view. But see, no, I can't. God, I can't. Cause see, I lose my perspective of how to hover, because when I'm looking down on it, it just doesn't work the same way. See, now I think I'm too high. So the question is, can I go drop down a bit and then come back up? But now I think I'm too high, because I was at like 53. And again, I'm doing this without any aids. Okay, so I'm going to drop this back to the detent. And that's probably too far. I'm trying to go sideways. Man, I'm still going up some. I don't understand. And now I'm falling. Now I'm way up at 60%. And that's too high. Like, that will that will not hover properly. And I get that part of this is just hover enough that you can get what you need. So, I mean, at one point I was over, but it ain't here. I'm like right there. Oh, you're crazy. Why when you get close do you then refuse to hover? Oh my god, I hate this. This is like the worst, the most difficult mission type ever. See, and some of it I know is the pitch, and it's all that. Like I'm going and then I'm not. I'm going too fast. So it's like if I can slowly move, maybe that'll work. Let's try. See if we can do that. Come on. No. I don't want to land. Oh, but now it took off like a rocket. Ugh. Come on.
Spot on hold position.
No!
Captain still not properly positioned.
I didn't touch anything. I literally was just doing my... You saw what I was doing. Okay, and I was at like 230. So that's where I want to be. I just don't want to touch my collective. Man, I can't. It's like behind me, but... Okay. And now we're gonna play this game. Come on. I'm not touching the collective. See, but it's failing me. It's now, well... Is it gonna go? Come on. It's not. It's gonna get sucked into the water. Because again, I have to rip the collective to go up. Come on. There's got to be a trick to this. And it might be nothing more than just getting to the place. See, now I didn't want to go up. Come on.
Hold position. Still wrong. We can't hook.
Come on. What am I missing? And again, I didn't touch the collective. And you saw how it leapt. Because again, I was probably so close to the ground that I'm having the ground effect. Oh my god. I mean, this has been excruciatingly long. Alright, so it's like I need to get... So I'm moving the collective up a bit again. Because basically what I was doing was getting myself up and then dropping it right back down. So I'm just like lift and then drop back. I was going too fast is the problem. So lift. Lift and drop. Lift, drop. Okay, and now I need to just slowly get where I need to get. Now come on. I'm still not there. You're awful. You're just awful. Lift. Because now I'm drifting too far back. Again. Come on.
Perfectly aligned.
Alright. Well, that's what you get to try to do. I don't know that I'm ever going to pull this off. So, I don't know. I really don't know how much I want to keep trying. I'm really tempted to just give it up. What the heck was that that's flying around me? Yeah, what is that? It's like I've got something attached. It's like I've got a pipe attached to me or something. I don't even understand what is flying around and flying back and forth. That is a bug of some sort. Because, yeah, it basically... I think it thinks I have the thing, which is really awesome. Because, yeah, I have the thing, and then I don't have the thing. So that's always helpful. So that's... Oh, good. Now I've got people flying above me. Okay. Yeah, this is awesome. So... Am I gonna get hit by the pipes at some point? Like, that's really the question now, like... I don't want to go too high up, but I don't know what else to try here. Yeah, like, I don't think it's sensing me at all. I mean, at this point, I would think I'd have to be getting the credit to hover above the pickup area. I can't imagine.
Spot on position.
Oh,
Captain, you're still not above the target.
am I not above the target though?
Spot on position. Captain position is still wrong.
Alright, I don't have the patience. So, beyond my capabilities right now. But that is what a hook mission looks like. Alright, well, since the attempt at the hook mission was a disaster, let's see if we can just keep things going. I'll now use the time that probably would have, taken to keep going with that, and we'll try to get this airport transport pilot license rotorcraft. I've earned a little bit of money. We'll go ahead and do that just to have something else completed in the career. Oh, well, maybe I'll be able to do this, because it looks like it's basically just pattern work with the helicopters, so other than the landing. Well, let's see. If you want to fly larger and more complex rotorcraft, the helicopter ATPL is one of the most useful certifications you can get. In the helicopter world, an airline transport pilot license is required to operate any rotorcraft that requires at least 2 active pilots. These helicopters cannot be flown by a single person. Both pilots must manage critical rotorcraft functions simultaneously. I didn't stop it. There we go. Might be loading. I'm like, I didn't do anything. It froze on its own. So I'm like, is it crashing? It just so happens that we have a helicopter that fits the bill in our hangar. Alright, so I assume that means there'll be some other pilot doing something. So this is interesting, because it's different than like a co-pilot on a plane where you don't technically need them to be there. They're there, and they help like with, radio calls and this and that, but this now sounds like one of us is operating the collective, one of us is doing something else. So I don't know how this all works, but I guess we'll find out. Goliath on the front here. So alright, so we literally...
As this is your last check ride, I'll be making sure that you fly safe today. If all goes well, you'll have your rotorcraft HPL by the end of the day.
Alright, so, well, I don't have my walking button set, so I'm just gonna skip to the... Well, I'd rather not skip to the taxi, because I kind of do want to see how this works. Alright, so we'll see if I do that. Can I get close enough? It looks like I can. Alright, so we've removed chocks, and now we can get in the aircraft. Just see what this looks like in here. Kind of looks more plane-like. Well, let's see. The collective's over on her side, so maybe we'll do less. I don't know. But we'll start the startup procedure. We'll see what they do. There's a Garmin. Alright, I'm just kind of seeing rotor's not spinning yet. But we're waiting for engine startup. Just trying to see if we can tell anything. Is it spinning now? There we go. So they engaged something. So you can see some of the switches are getting turned on, and so were those... Okay, pump 1, pump 2.
You're lucky. Not everyone gets to fly the air crane. This beast of a twin-turbine helicopter is a legend when it comes to heavy-lift helicopters.
Liverpool ground.
Remember that this rotorcraft's weight and size have a major influence on its inertia, as well as its takeoff and landing characteristics.
Great.
November 29674 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 27 using taxiway. Contact tower on 126.355 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 27 via taxiway 674.
Okay, it clearly isn't spinning enough to take off yet. I mean, the RPMs are 20. I assume it's gotta go a lot farther than that. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, well, now it's suddenly sped up. Taking off the brakes was enough. So maybe our I mean, if they're doing anything, I'm not seeing them doing anything. Okay, and I think that's just the, Alright. So, let me get behind. I assume this will work the same way. Alright, let's see. Trying to figure out. I think it's got the same characteristics as the gimbal one. A little bit of a bounce. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 not the pole. Whoops. So yeah, they're not kidding. The characteristics are a little different. It's not nearly as responsive, obviously, because this got all that inertia.
Ride, I'll be making sure that you're lucky. Not everyone gets to fly the air crane. This
Clearly I'm not, I just...
turbine helicopter is a legend when it comes to heavy lift helicopters. Remember that this rotorcraft's weight and size have a major influence on its inertia, as well as its takeoff and landing
Taxi 2
characteristics.
and hold short runway 27 using taxiway 674.
Alright, so I'm gonna go a little... Whoa, whoa. So I'm gonna go a lot slower. So yeah, it doesn't require... Alright, I thought I had... No, that's actually worse. I'm trying to play with my trim. Wow. So, let's, there we go. Got it. Stop spinning. We're dragging our tire on the ground. We can see that. Wow. This is just so much more challenging. Yeah, this is a lot.
674, you were not cleared to take off.
Well, we're taking off. Oh boy. Alright. We're just gonna try to get our thing.
Liverpool Tower, November 29674 at runway 27, ready for departure to the east.
Okay.
November 29674.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27674.
I mean, you barely touch it, and man, does it go. I mean, that's nice and all about how responsive it is, but jeez. I'm trying to rotate here and get to the point where we're entering the runway, as it says. Okay. Alright, so we want the initial climb. Wow, this is a lot. This is challenging. Because I don't know why it's, like I'm trying to figure out the trim, and I can't get it. Alright, so maybe I'm close. Or not.
74, continue for east departure.
Alright.
Liverpool Tower, November 29674, continue for east departure.
Okay, so we got to 600. We want to climb. Man! I cannot, for the life of me, get this thing to go straight, no matter what I do. Let's see. Small movements. Alright, so we just gotta be careful. Alright, I'm gonna lower the collective so that hopefully we're not going too high here. Alright, so we want to reach the crosswind. I'm still climbing, so I don't want to be doing that. This is tricky. So yeah, we'll go down a little bit. I don't know that I'll be able to land well, but... Alright, so let's see if I go up a little bit. See, that like went up like 4%, for goodness sake. I mean, I'm just trying really hard to maintain the altitude. Alright, so we're going to want to turn. So again, we'll do it slowly. We're going to decrease our altitude so that we, again, don't have a in-between situation. Alright, so now if I'm going there, I want a little bit more on the collective. But man, it goes up like so much just with a tiny change. Like, I'm trying to figure out how do I just go up like 8% and I can't do it. It's insane. Alright, so we are flying downwind. Got another couple miles. Still going down and up. Yeah, I mean, I can't even tell you the micro movements that need to happen compared to the other helicopters. I mean, I've gotten a little bit better with the control, clearly, but...
2967 for 1,100 feet to land.
November 2967 for Liverpool Tower. QNH 101 tree fly left traffic runway 27.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up a little bit.
Make left traffic runway 27674.
I just think stopping and trying to bring this thing in for a landing is gonna be... It's gonna be a lot.
Clear to land runway 27674.
Alright, so now I can start to go down. So we'll bring it down to 15 or something, but we'll fall further down, knowing that again we can move it pretty fast. But we're down to 700. There's our runway. And in theory, we want to land on the runway, so we're going to start to slow down here. So 75. I don't know why I have to fly it sideways, but I'm not going to push my luck. How about that? So... And the problem is, I think once we start losing forward momentum, yeah, it's going to start falling a lot faster, which obviously I want, but I don't want, if that makes sense. I was over the runway.
674 contact ground on 121.955.
Okay.
Going to 121.955.674.
Somehow. Somehow I did it. It's honestly easier to control because of its power than the other ones are, I'll tell you that. So I'll try to get myself to the hold short. Ugh. Alright. I'm a liar. Come on. I get this isn't the best way to do this, but it works. No, let's not crash. My goodness. And then it's going to tell me I'm over the line. Is what's going to happen. You know that's what's going to happen.
Liverpool, ground November 29674, request taxi to parking.
Alright.
Number 29674 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway 674.
Alright, that is a long way, so we're just going to skip to the shutdown. Because again, I'm just trying to get myself done here. Again, I don't know what the other pilot did, that's the problem. So, we're waiting for the engine shutdown. I don't know what it's doing. I assume... Okay. Yes, things are getting flipped here and there. So, the rotor is slowing. The RPMs are slowing.
It's no easy feat to fly this rotorcraft, and yet you've clearly shown that you've mastered the air crane. Congratulations.
Wow, other than the traffic pattern, but I got an A. That is crazy. But hey, I made it. Alright. So we now have literally everything we can have. I have unlocked every possible certification. So what that will allow us to do is there will be additional aircraft. It's not going to show us that. But if we head over, just so we can see. So again, we didn't need it for hoist, but we needed it for aerial construction. And so at this point we have that. And then, you know, if I can do these and then somehow get one with an S, which I think will be even more insane, you know, then maybe. But yeah, I literally have everything now. So the benefit will be, I suppose, the one thing to take a peek at is company-wise. Now I would think everything has all the specializations. Okay, well, yeah, other than things I know I have issues with in the that I'm not done, like I haven't unlocked the extreme aerial firefighting, so I think, you know, I need that to get the plane available. And similarly, you know, because I haven't unlocked construction and the other search and rescue. Now I'm confused a little bit. So yeah, because I need aerial firefighting extended attack, and then that will let me do that. But I would have to do any of these where you can see I need 9 firefighting missions with A or above. So that's the other thing. So there's a lot going on there. But once again, like obviously we don't have aerial construction available. And I'm also wondering if search and rescue hoist, because you know, I don't have this unlocked yet. Like once I do the others, then it'll give me stuff. So that makes sense. But at this point, we'll see what we end up sharing. I mean, if I pull off the hook mission, like, you know what I'm doing. I'm taking those pipes and dropping them on the rig and whatever, so I don't think I'm going to record that and share it at any point. I've given you enough so that you know what the mission would be, you know, and then maybe one of these days in the future, if I'm doing stuff, I'll do it. But definitely, you know, hopefully things will become a little bit easier at times, because it just does seem like they're overly challenging right now, and I don't know that they should be that difficult. And really sad I couldn't get that hook mission done, but it just requires a lot of stuff, and I don't have the time right now to delve into that. So just wanted to at least show you that. But if I do unlock, I mean, I'm sure I'll get the search and rescue hoist, and in theory I should be better with that, but of course it's very similar to what I'm doing with the picking up of the material, and I honestly didn't have, I think, as much trouble with that. So it's just weird that it's giving me that now that I have better control of the controls. But once again, if there is something with the ground effect, which is what people who know a lot more about it than I do are saying is what's going on, because that's like within 1 to 10 feet of the ground, and that's why you then shoot up. That, you know, in theory, that Microsoft has said they're going to adjust that to make it less unrealistic. But if we can improve that a little bit, because there's one thing, you know, what I'm trying to do is lower that collective when I get close to the ground, knowing that I'm going to basically have to add a little more downward pressure, or a little less lift, if you want to think of it the opposite way. And so lowering that should get through the ground effect, but it doesn't seem to in the way you'd think that we'd need to, if that makes sense. So if they improve that, like, then maybe it'll make it a little easier for me to do certain things. And then I can go ahead and you know, retry some stuff. I'm sure I'll try the hook mission again, but just not going to record it. But as always, if you've enjoyed this, please drop a like, but haven't dropped a like, please consider that, and or subscribing. Those things are greatly appreciated, and I will see you next time.